Good morning, Aries. I'm Empress Rose, and we're going to get started on this week's reading. These are general readings, of course, so make sure you take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. Don't try to make things fit that don't look like they're going to fit. Also, all these cards are pre-shuffled, very thoroughly pre-shuffled, prepared, prayed over, all the proper P's here. So, all right, Aries, let's get going. Okay, we're going to take from the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck first. I'm getting this real excited energy. I just did Pisces, which had this spacey energy, but I'm getting sort of a going before I'm ready energy for you guys. So maybe that will be part of this reading. All right, Aries, we need a message for you, a helpful, useful message, something that's going to take you through your week and give you some ideas. All right, okay. 3 again. All right. Okay, we have Lullaby. This is a very calming vibe. This is, but he's not playing any music. I think this is really talking about a silence, a quietness. He's not looking, he can't see. We're not hearing anything, but it's still a lullaby. So there's a real peaceful, oh my goodness, there's a real peaceful silence that you're experiencing. There's the moon here, which talks about intuition and feeling and seeing life through a different light. We have this deep emotional place here, this lake of, it's very still, very calm. There's fog, so there's definitely a lack of clarity in this situation, in the silence, and there's a very deep emotional aspect to this silence. I want to say it's calm, but I'm actually feeling a little bit of fear in the silence. I love the cello. Anyway, so we're not hearing the music, we're not seeing anything right now, but within us is a silence, is a quietness, and a lack of an intuitive opportunity for intuition. There's a lack of clarity of knowing, but maybe within our intuition is very quiet right now. And that means that we have to become even quieter in order to hear it. So we have day and night. So we have the same moon here. Oh my gosh, the moon is in the same shape in each one of these. So there's a real, see, we have the moon here, here, and here, on either side and in the center. So that is a really clear message to me that intuition is, and seeing the world through a different light, not a direct light, which Aries is so used to experiencing, but this reflected light, a light that comes from reflection. This is very intense here. I mean, I don't know that I've ever had this before, of just the moon being the same shape in everything and in the same stage. So it's not full, it's not a completeness. It's a quarter moon. It's a sliver of a moon. And I think it's important that we pay attention to that. And we also have this close observer. So, wow, I was having this excited energy, but these are all very intensely internal, quiet. She's sitting in nature, extremely quiet, looking, waiting for her shot. With the camera, and this is called the observer, and she's just sitting there observing the world around her, and she is in silence. She's having some ideas, some things are going on in her mind, but we're having a lot of silence here as she observes. She's very quiet. She doesn't want to disturb the environment around her. She wants to watch it and understand it first. And there's a wanting to understand your internal, wanting to understand the external. And then we have this day and night, which I think, you're holding the sun in your hands, but in your mind, there's a lot of reflection going on here, a lot of thought. You have this incredibly bright light in your hand. There's the structure of growth here, and the structure of a vascular structure of blood pumping, of life, the echoing of the structure of the leaves with the structure of our own blood system and veins and arteries and all that stuff. And so there's really something here about a balance and finding a balance between intuition and what you know and what you see. So I think here too, she's seeing things in the physical world, but she's also having these intuitive moments. So this is asking for some quietness as you bring things into focus and deal with some internal issues as you grow forward. And there's a real balance between the light and the dark and the obvious and the intuitive. And I think this is saying that's where you need to go, is that place where the obvious and the intuitive meet. And it's asking for a lot of silence. All right, so these we're moving to the Santa Muerte deck, and these have also been previously shuffled and prepared. So, all right, Aries, what do we have for you today? So your past, present, internal, blocking, external situation, your to-do list, and future possibilities. Okay, so I know why you're a little quiet. You've had quite a tower moment. A lot of activity, a lot of things happened all at once. It flipped it on. Your whole life flipped on its head. We did this. You were in an MC Escher drawing. You did not know which way was up, which way was down. Everything changed very rapidly, both within and without. There was just, this is a major arcana, and it's a pretty big rapid change in your life that maybe you didn't see coming. Often we don't see it. This is something, the tower moment is something we don't see coming. We weren't prepared for it. And just all of a sudden things went to shit and we didn't know what to make of it. So that, and it very upended life. Every aspect of it might have been upended. Often it does refer to home, because this is all occurring in a home. So it can be like a situation in your home, with your home. Did you move? Did you break up? Did you, it was just kind of a flip that happened, as it does sometimes in life. And then currently we have the Four of Pentacles. We have a little bit of a grasping for control, figuring out how to control a situation, self-control. There's just, and Four of Pentacles deals with like real physical things typically. So I'm wanting a situation where you're needing to really control your money, really control your situation, really control what you're spending, your physical world is, you are holding on to what you've got. So maybe this flipped things around in the past, and now you're needing to like, okay, well, in this mess, I found something here, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Oh, I found another. So you're kind of like, you're gathering yourself back together, your life back together, and you're holding on to what you have been able to grab onto. You've got it, maybe just barely, but you've got some control back over things. And then internally, you have the One of Swords. This is epiphany, this is inspiration, this is sudden ideas, sudden understandings of your situation and your world. So internally, you've had an epiphany, you've had a startling understanding of something in your life. The swords is usually ideas and communication, so it might have been a shocking communication that you weren't quite prepared for. But this is internal, so I'm going to say it really is an epiphany, a new understanding of something, a new way of seeing the world and seeing your place in it. You've had an epiphany internally. It doesn't look like it's showing up externally, which is, I think, what we're seeing here is this, like, you've had this internal thing happen, and you're not quite ready to do anything about it, because what we have in your blocking is the Wheel of Fortune. So we're having things not able to move forward. So it's something that's out of our control, and it's something, you know, so you can talk your way through, like, accepting new situations, and you can talk yourself through these things that are happening in your life, and learn from them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that changes them. So you have something that needs to change, that is out of your control, but it's not changing yet. So something, what's blocking your situation is something that's out of your control that needs to change and needs to flip and needs to turn. And what's interesting is we have this day and night, and then we have this similar yin yang card of this light and this dark, this dance between these two things. And so, yeah, so what's blocking you is a change that you don't get to have control over, that you don't, that's keeping you sort of stuck, once that moves, though, you'll move forward. So it's not like you're stuck here forever. It's that in this moment, something external needs to change that you're not quite in charge of. It's the Wheel of Fortune card, and it's not doing that yet. So the promise in this is that it will, because this wheel keeps turning and turning and turning. So in your external situation, you have leaving a painful place and moving to a better one. So that's the environment around you, is leaving pain behind, leaving a war zone behind, and moving on to this new land here in this new place. So I'm just absorbing more of an intuitive message here. I think people are being, so this is you can be any of these characters in here. Are you in the boat? Are you being ferried to the new safe place where there's sunshine? Are you the fairy? Are you bringing other people to this new safe place with the sunshine? Or, so this is just like the vibe maybe in your household is moving from a painful war situation on to higher, better things. So that's the environment around you, is a moving towards a better future, moving towards peace, moving towards healing. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. So all around you is this like movement towards a better place. What you need to do, this is the Seven of Wands, and this is just this exceptionally fast growth. So as soon as this wheel turns and something switches, you're going to be able to move forward very quickly. So that's your to-do list, is to this time of change very quickly. Once you understand, and once the opportunity opens, you're gonna need to grow and change very fast from this dark top floor, and you're just gonna, you need to rock it up, and you need to allow yourself to do that. So right now it looks like you're just in this holding pattern right here, but as soon as something changes, you're gonna need to, you're gonna grow, and you're gonna grow very quickly. And then, so one of the possible outcomes we can look at, it's a little bit confusing here for me, but it's the Seven of Swords. So this is sort of, you went for a nap and your friends nailed your coffin shut, and you woke up and you were like, what the hell happened? I had to really fight my way out of this coffin. And, you know, you had hope in the coffin with you, and reflection, and you thought a lot about stuff. So it looks like in the near future, you might be waking up to some sort of like situation that hasn't been healthy for you, hasn't been good, has been difficult. And you're going to start to understand maybe this painful place where you've been. And you might start to understand and reflect on where this tower moment that upended your life. And then we have this reflection here. And remember, I was getting this like a little bit of a fear vibe or something. So this is reflecting on sort of a painful place where you've been, a difficult place and a difficult journey, and you clawed your way out of that. But now it's time to sit down and think about where you've been. What happened? How did this happen? How did this go this way? So this is, I mean, what I'm seeing here is this reflection. And we were talking about the moon and the reflection of the moon, and this reflected light here, and this silent lullaby that is more a song of reflection that your soul is singing. So I see where you're going is this reflection place where you're going to be able to look back and understand more what happened to you, what happened in this war. So, but what I love about this card, I hate this card, but what I love about it is he's alive and he made it through. And he's taking a moment before he moves on to understand what he's been through and what happened and how did he get here and who did he trust and why and what happened. So, so this is honestly a hopeful card. I mean, it's hard to like look back and see the betrayals and the hurts and what you did and what other people did. It's hard to look back on that. But it's so important, and it's really so fortunate to have the opportunity for reflection and to be able to take a moment to really think about where we've been. So, all right, Aries, I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. And please, of course, like, subscribe, and comment so that my baby channel can grow a little more bit by bit. And I hope you have a wonderful week.